September 12th, 2020. We got Iron Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. I like it, but I don't like it. All right, let me tell you why I like it. I like it because these two guys have been two of my favorite all-time boxers. I've loved these guys. I've always loved watching them. Of course, I think everybody loves Mike Tyson, except that time when we all thought he was crazy when he started biting people and telling people he was gonna go ahead and eat their children. And one day he fought and he says, "Yeah, I got a broken back." He goes, "What is it, a vertebrae or something?" And we're like, "No, my back is broken. My back is broken." You guys remember that, right? All right. And of course, Roy Jones Jr., the boxing skills this man has have been like second to none. I mean, he used to toy with pro athletes. When you can toy with another pro athlete, you're above the game, man. You're at another level. I think we had a moment in time when Iron Mike was Iron Mike. And I watched his last few fights. They weren't that exciting. We all wanted that old Mike Tyson back. We all did. We all wanted him back. We all wanted that old Mike Tyson back because that knockout king who used to come in there, take no prisoners, knock you out in 1 or 2 rounds. That wasn't the old Mike. That wasn't the new Mike that fought last. So it's the new Mike was the old, well, you guys know what I mean. His last couple of fights. And if you guys see me talking all weird right now, I got this pulled neck muscle, that's just, it's the worst one I've ever had. But good thing I'm not fighting Iron Mike, right? So I think we had a moment in time where we got a chance to see an amazing fighter fight and just destroy his opponents. Him fighting Roy Jones Jr., yeah, I think is an exciting matchup. I think it's gonna sell tickets because regardless if I want to see the fight or not, I'm still gonna buy it. Like, I'm getting that fight. I'm gonna watch that fight. How can I not? I love those guys. These guys are amazing. My 2 favorite fighters of all time. But I don't know if you guys know this. Roy Jones is still fighting. May not be fighting here in the States, but he's fighting out there in Russia. They pay him to do exhibition fights. He's still in the ring. He's still fighting. Mike Tyson, was the last time he fought? What happened the last time he fought? Did he win? Did he look like the old Mike Tyson? No, he didn't. We all want to see the old Mike Tyson. That's the one we always hope for in every single fight he did. I think Mike Tyson should just show us punches on social media, on videos, and we're going to love that because we're going to kind of get a glimpse of who he was. I don't think he's there anymore. And let's say something happened miraculously and the old Tyson comes back. That killer comes back into the ring. I don't want to see Roy Jones get knocked out. What are they in their 50s? 2 of my favorite fighters. I wouldn't want to see any one of them getting knocked out. My money would be on Roy Jones because I think his boxing skills are superior. No, don't get me wrong. Mike Tyson will knock you the fuck out. But Roy Jones, he's an artist. His movement, his setups, the way he plays with his fighters. I'm telling you, he made great elite boxers look like amateurs. What happened in Tyson's last 2 fights? Weren't that exciting. Did he win? I don't even remember. I don't think he did. And I'm not even talking about the Buster Douglas fight. That was way, way, way back. He had a couple of fights after that. He didn't even fare so well. I don't want to see that. I don't want to remember that. And I don't want that to be my last memory of Mike. Like, I don't remember his last fights. Why? Because I don't want to. I only want to remember his glory days. The days where he was a killer coming into the ring and would just beat you with a stare, just looking at you. That's the Mike I want to remember. Imagine he gets knocked out. How is that gonna look in your memory of Mike Tyson? Especially now when there's nothing else going on that's gonna keep us distracted from anything else. We don't have any other sports. Yeah, we got basketball back now. I think it started yesterday. Have you guys seen that? They had fake fans they had screens where the fans usually sit at with fake fans from old games cheering. I saw one video clip where the I guess the announcer for the arena is going, "Let's go Nuggets," boom, boom, right? It was the saddest thing. There wasn't a crowd. My question is, do these athletes, I think for fighting is going to be different, right? I think for fighting is different, like the UFC. It's a little bit different because when they go in there and fight, they can be more themselves when they're in that ring because that's what they're used to. They're not used to a huge crowd when they're sparring in the gym. There's them, their coach, fighting. For them, it's very natural. Boxing, I'm going to assume the same thing. But basketball, baseball, all their games throughout all their time has always been in front of crowds. The crowd pumps you up. I mean, I've been to karate tournaments when there's a huge crowd and the excitement you feel, we create an energy. We create this energy when they're out there, when they're doing their thing. But when there's nobody in the ring and there's just a mat and two people are fighting, you don't see the excitement even in the fight. So, my money is on Roy Jones. I think Roy Jones will outclass Tyson on this one. I love Mike. Love him. I love Mike. But I think Roy Jones will win this match. Because he's still fighting. Right? Once you stop doing something for a long time, it's not the same. Your punches and your technique will remain. Because I've seen videos of Mike hitting the pads and doing some pad work. Man, guy looks awesome. Guy looks great. Getting in the ring, getting punched back by a guy that knows how to punch, that makes other people look like amateurs. It's going to be tough. But have you seen Mike Tyson's, how good he got in shape? I hope the fight proves me wrong. I hope. Because I love them. I hope it's an exciting match. I hope it's a draw. I don't want to see any one of those old dudes getting knocked out. I don't want to see that. I want to remember them in their glory. That's what I want to do.